Hey guys, welcome to Upton Creek. My name is Tucker. We have some blackberries and we're on the cow field.
Was out checking on the cows today and we found our very first blackberry. Taste it and tell us what you think.
It's kind of sour. The black, the juicy, and the good.
There's a review of the first blackberry. Sour, juicy, how about a little bit sweet? Is it sweet at all?
Yeah.
Just a little bit? What are we going to do with those Saturday? We're going to enter some in the fair if we've got enough, right?
Well, I can tell them that we plant them, we can plant them at first the red and then they turn black.
Yep. All right. This little shot of video is going to give you an idea of how simple working in hay is not. He did get the air fixed in the big International, so he's going to be using that to roll today. And his roller is a 467 John Deere Silage Special. And you can see that it has already rolled a lot of hay. So in preparation of the next round of hay, and in taking care of your equipment as well, maintaining good equipment, this is something that would be really costly to replace. And it doesn't repair very easy either. So there's your big chunk of hay. I may take some of that over to the bunnies and the ducks.
It's nice fine hay. For bunnies and ducks.
And I think we say this every year, but just in case you don't know, this is one of the most important pieces of equipment you can own
if you own a hay baler.
If you own a hay baler. And if you own this and a hay baler, they need to go as a pair. It will not do you any good if it's in the shop or
if it's not charged up.
If it's not charged up, if it's not tested. And I just add that unfortunately we are speaking from experience, right, Pa?
Yep, we sure are.
So, always be sure if you're rolling hay, working in hay, anywhere around hay, that you have a good, full fire extinguisher, charged and ready to go. He's waiting on his rake man, and I believe his rake man is pulling in right now. So while he's waiting, he's cleaning everything up. Again, it's just all about maintaining good equipment. Here's the rake man.
Hello.
They got 50 acres on the ground. We've got a good friend that has how much on the ground? 40 acres on the ground that he needs Kent to bale for him. So, needless to say, we got a couple of busy days. I am grateful to Kevin being the rake man today. Whew.
Hey, where's your blower at?
Mine?
Yeah. A little slack.
We're tightening up the chain, doing a good general check over of the equipment before you get to the field is always a good idea. Oh, you got to put another roll?
Well, I'm going to carry another roll of the field with me.
Now, doesn't your baler holds one extra roll, right?
Yeah. All right, I put it on.
So you have room to add?
Yep.
Okay. Now, we like to net wrap ours. A lot of people don't like net wrap because you have to get out and cut it off before you feed it. And a lot of people still like this twine. Kent's Uncle Jerry loves his twine, and that's okay. Everybody's different. We call it, the rolls are a lot messier looking with it on, and it takes way more time to tie, I can't say it, to tie a roll takes more time than to net wrap roll. There's the container, but it's empty.
Empty spool.
And it goes back here in the back of the roller. And it's got a place here to hold the extra roll. But you can see how it goes in. It unrolls automatically, goes on there, comes down here, goes through the belts, rolls it up, makes it pretty.
It takes 10 seconds to wrap a roll.
Yeah?
It takes 70 seconds to twine tie a roll.
So a whole minute difference.
Thereabouts.
And minutes add up.
60 rolls is an hour. 60 rolls is an hour.
Yep. So there you go. Again, you can see what kind of baler we got. Now, he got mad at me when I threatened to blow that all over him, and me standing on the opposite side, and he starts trying to blow it all over me. Just blowing the hay dust off and trying to clean the machine up a little bit before we go to the hay field. Oh, mercy! There's a lot to working in hay. You know, a lot of people think you just go through there and cut it. Somebody goes through there and puts it in a pile, and you come through and put it in a big roll, or a little square, or a big square, or a little roll. The bales come in all sizes. We have people all the time calling us wanting square hay, but square hay is hard because nobody wants to help you get it in anymore. It's hot work. It's very labor intensive, and we don't usually have any. Well, we're out now, and we probably won't replace it for a long time. So you can't hire high school boys like you used to. You can't hire neighbor kids like you used to. I mean, you just can't do it anymore. You just can't hire kids to work on a farm anymore like you used to. I think. Paul, what'd you make picking up hay? Quarter a bale. And that was back in the early 80s, late 70s. That was back in the 1900s, wasn't it, Pa? But he got a quarter a bale. And when we were that age, middle school, high school, that's where most of the teenagers worked, on a farm, or most of the teenage guys anyway. Hauling hay, working in a backer patch, just, you know, fencing, doing all the things around a farm. But kids these days just don't know much about farm work anymore. In case you don't know, that's a pressure washer, and I don't know what he's doing with that, but he's probably washing off the windshield of the tractor. So once again, I'm going to get out of the way because he won't care if he sprays me. Oh, look at here. In my yard. Today we've got heat warnings out for the rest of the week. In the 90s today, could hit hundreds before the end of the week. I don't know what the heat index is, but I can tell you it just feels soupy. It's just soupy out here. He's cleaning up the machine. I had Norwex towels for him to use, and I don't know what he's done with them. But cleaning up the visibility is always a good thing. I don't roll. I can rake it, I can cut it, or cut it and rake it. But I do not roll because he uses a, I don't know what you call it. He uses a screen. And it shows balance of the roll and which side you need to add to, and I get all worried about having a lopsided roll and end up driving like a crazy person in the field. And then when I go to roll it, I wrap it about, I don't know, no less than 25 times. Not on purpose, but I don't bail. And you will not see him pressure washing the roller. Now tell the fine folks why you will not pressure wash that baler.
Because those are seal bearings that you can't grease, and pressure washing a lot of times will force water inside the seals and leads to premature failure. So we might wash the exterior off with the doors closed at the end of the season, but we never do anything like that on the inside. We might do tap water pressure, but you never want to high pressure wash those bearings.
Get out of the sun.
Because it'll do you in. So.
Any other tips and tricks you want to talk about?
That's pretty much it. Keep your windows clean where you can see what you're doing. And, you know, don't get distracted with listening to Bon Jovi or something like that. You got to listen to that roller.
Bon Jovi.
When you're baling, so you can hear a squeak or something of that nature. So I'm going to turn it on and grease all the chain right quick.
All right. Both sides of the chain?
Yeah.
Good, because I need to get back in the sun, in the shade. is working. Teeth running. I hope you can hear me. The teeth running on the bottom is what picks the hay up out of the field. That's why you put it in a windrow. Try not to get it any wider than the pickup. And picks it up. Then you can see the belts under here. The belts take it around. You can see them moving here. When you stop and click the roll button, the net wrap comes from here, rolls up the roll real nice and neat. And then we got a kick bar right here that kicks the roll out of the way and move on. This whole back end comes up, drops the roll, throws it out, and then you just move right on. That's one reason why flat ground is better than hillside hay, because hillside hay you gotta back up, find you a spot to dump it. There you go, both sides are greased. Anyway, when you're on a hillside, you gotta back up, find somewhere to roll it, to dump it out, because it is round. It could roll right down the hill into somebody's living room. That's what Pa always says.
Yep.
Or into a pond, or into another tractor, or just that roll weighs how much?
About 850, 900 pounds.
850 to 900 pounds. We've got a video on here. I'll try to link it that talks about how much a roll weighs. I'll try to link it on this one. And that's a lot of weight to be.
Especially if it's rolling down the hill at 40 miles an hour.
Yeah. Now he will hit the field. Kevin will go first with the rake. We've got a Pickway. How many?
12 wheel.
12 wheel rake. How wide is it?
I don't know. It probably.
I can't remember.
It'll probably get 25 feet, maybe. I don't remember the specs on it.
But it's an excellent rake. And Pa don't enjoy cinnamon rolls. He enjoys back and forth and then going around the edges and picking up. Just makes it go faster.
Well, V-rakes do not turn corners.
Yeah.
Efficient.
We have a V-rake. And they do not turn corners efficiently. That is correct. Isn't that piece in the way? You're welcome.
Just trying to make sure I'm getting it. Slot down there.
There's one guard on. Now, that protects the chain. As much as you can protect the chain.
There you go.
So we're ready to go.
We are ready to go.
Waiting on the rake man. Okay, so Daddy's down here taking care of the calves today, getting them fresh water and some feed. And apparently Clarabelle has pink eye. You got pink eye, sweet girl? Huh? You got pink eye? Well, you've had a shot for it now. How'd they do with the shot? They did all right? And I can't remember this one's name. Pepper. Yeah, Pepper. Pepper, have you got pink eye? Huh?
I gave her a pink eye vaccination.
I got a shot today too. We're gonna put you some more feed in there.
And they got flies.
And need some hay too. So they've been, look at me. You doctored them for what?
Pink eye and then 4 on for the flies.
In this heat, the flies are kind of bad, ain't they? There's the raker and the roller. They've got that little field over there done. And Pa's doing what we were talking about this morning, having to drive up on the hill so the roll doesn't go rolling down the hill. They're very close to being finished over here.